Did I make it? Am I here? Hey, everybody. How are you? Ooh, that might be a little loud. Let me turn that down just a bit. How are you, folks? Good to see you. Thank you so much for your patience. My computer that I use, my computer that I use is my laptop for this, and I also sometimes take it out to do things with it. I made a presentation this past week and took it out and brought it back. Thought I connected everything up, but not quite. How are you? So, yes, technical things, but nice to see you. And look at you. All you folks are so nice. You're so patient. Look at this. It's 85 people here. Even though it's just the starting soon thing was kind of like, what is the definition of soon? It's very relative, isn't it? When you're waiting for something, soon doesn't come soon. But if you're not waiting for it, you know how it is. It's like waiting for Santa, right? That's what I say. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Let's see what we got here. All kinds of questions. Yes. Very formal. Nikki. Nikki is bowing. Thank you very much. Lovely to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. Who else is here? We got Chloe Renee. We got James Fields. Happy 26th anniversary. Is it 26 or 36? The 36th, yes, for Barney's Barney in the Backyard Gang. We're just a few days after that, aren't we? All right. Good to see you. And thank you, Joseph. Thank you very much. Oh no, look out. Folks, if you have questions, make them short. If you have a really long question in the chat, I won't be able to answer it. Boil it down to just a few words, and I'll probably or hopefully be able to answer it. I can't answer all questions partly because I don't know the answers. That happens. So Sean is asking, what are you doing during Labor Day weekend, Bob? And I am doing various things like putting some things together, some things for my new store, for my new Planet Bob store. I think you may have seen a little leakage on that. Some people leaked that. And so that you may have seen some of those products on my website, but in a little bit, I'm going to show you some of the new stuff, and it'll be the very first Planet Bob merch drop. That'll be fun. Thank you, Kayla, for your stars. I appreciate you. Very nice of you. What else? April says summer is almost over. That's true. The heat is still here. It's not quite as bad as it was a few weeks ago, but it's, we're working on it. I'm good, Tammy. How are you? Nice to see you. In a virtual sense, of course. Hi. Hi. What else? And Jason's also asking how I am. Very nice of you. Very nice of you. Thank you very much. Nice of you. I'm doing okay. Hope you're doing well as well. We got 47 Cartoon Guy. Hey, good to see you. One of our usual suspects. Yes. Now, what else? Who else? When else? How else? And let's see. We got yep. James has it. There it is. 36. That's correct. Right on. Oh, Jacqueline, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jacqueline. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday in your case, right? Huh? I bet you've never heard that. Pretty silly. Hey. Oh, I hope you're feeling better. Hey, Kayla. I know those panic attacks are no fun. I have been there. I have been there. A long time ago, I used to, every once in a while, sometimes every few weeks or whatever, I would have a little heart fluttering thingy, and it turned out to be anxiety. So I hope you know how to deal with that. There are various ways to do that. Being present, being in the moment and not worrying about the panic attack. That's the thing. It's pretty effective. So sending hugs your way, hug energy. And thank you to Tristan for the stars as well. Thank you very much, Tristan. I appreciate your support very much. very much. Let's see what else. What else? Let's see. The question is, did you do Barney's voice in 1986? And the answer to that would be no, because Barney did not exist in 1986. Barney existed we started shooting in 1987, and that was the original set of, as far as I remember, we started in 87. And and I was the original guy, so that was me on the Backyard Gang tapes. And so then I think those were released in 88, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think that was the year. So, but yes, I was the original guy way back when. The OG Dino. What else? Boy, I'm having to scroll because we got a lot of comments. Got 106 people in here. So remember, folks, try not to repeat your questions maybe once every 5 to 10 minutes or so. And again, I cannot get to all questions because it's just a little too much sometimes. We already have 297 questions in here. And Drew is apologizing. No need to apologize. I was actually late myself, so I just got here. So nice to see you, Drew. As always, another usual suspect. Let's see. First released in 1988. That's right. And we have a question here, very important question. And that is, how is Barney doing? And I think he's doing
okay. How are you? Oh boy, oh boy. Hello, everybody. Shall we do a great big focused? Yeah, a great big focused group hug. Yes? Okay, everybody ready? Here we go. Oh, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Excellent. Thank you so much. Everybody here is a great hugger. I appreciate you. Thanks for coming, everybody. I'm going to go for now. See ya. Bye. And he's gone.
poof. More of our amazing special effects, huh? Those are what's called practical effects because they're practically non-existent. Thank you very much. Oh boy. Let's see. What other questions do we have here? What do we get? Says this. Yes. Anthony says, hugs back. Thank you very much. Aw. And April's hugging. Yes. We got lots of hugs coming at us here. We got Dari. Yes. Nice. So nice. All kinds of hugs. Thank you very much. We both appreciate it. We do. Let's see. New profile. I have no idea. Your profile photo? Is that what you're asking about? Is that this? Oh, that's very colorful. Very cool. Nice. Well done. Awesome. Let me look for a particular question here. Let's see if I can find it. Let's see. Well, here's a question that I think I answered a couple of times earlier on other streams, but it's worth answering again. Hello, Waffle Cult and Bob. Yes. And of course, the Waffle Cult being a reference to this particular, some particular thing. Well, not that particular thing. I'm gonna have to go over here. Yeah, see, something else didn't quite get switched there. That's that. So yeah, that right there. That's what the Waffle Cult is all about. We have the Golden Waffle of Joy and its clone, of course. Presented for your fun. So, anyway, that's it for now. But speaking of which, and getting back to the question, what was it like coming back to Barney for the PBS Kids Sprout launch after leaving the show? It was great. It was so much fun. They, just asked me back for that day, and I worked with Carol Spinney, as I have mentioned before. It was awesome, and was very nice to be able to be back in character and spend the day with Carol Spinney because, he was just such an awesome person. So sharp and so, just one of those people who is just really, really warm and genuine and super intelligent and like a great artist, really great artist and performer. So yes, it was pretty wonderful. And just to be able to see Barney and Big Bird hugging it out on stage, that was fun. So yeah. So you know what? I think what we should do is we should take a look at, ladies and gentlemen, the very first Planet Bob merch drop, and that is happening right now. Look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking Waffle Cult t-shirts. Is that fun or what? You can find these on my website, bobwest.com/the-shop. There's the back. And here is the front with the golden waffle of joy and its clone. Its clone is not evil. Its clone is good. They're kind of twins. Very twins. And that's the back of the shirt. Pretty fun. Pretty fun. With my tag on it so you know where to go. And look, stickers. These are merit stickers, like merit badges for what you do that's good and positive. There's I love you, you love me. There's if you had an idea, or if you cleaned up or had a healthy snack or made s'mores, you can give these to yourself. And then there's shoes. Shoes, believe it or not, Planet Bob shoes. Look at those. This is my favorite one. The green tongue version is my favorite. I had fun making these. So yeah, that's at my store, bobwest.com/the-shop. And then there is another version of the shoes with a black tongue like this, so it's a little more subtle. Not a lot more subtle. Not a lot more subtle, just a little more. But that's it for now. That is the very first Planet Bob shop merch drop. There's a lot of shop drop kind of stuff there. Shop until you drop. That's what I say. So go on by my site and pick out some stuff and help support me while Hollywood is kind of all underemployed, including me. Woof. So, yeah, just go to the store. Go to the store on my website. It's up now, and you'll find it in the main menus and stuff. Go to the shop link in the menu and take a look, and you'll find other things there as well. Let's see. Did I open my orange juice? I did. Huh? Got my orange juice. But here's a good satisfying sound. I didn't shake it before I came over here, so. Yes. Get all that good stuff, the pulp and everything. So good for you. Hi there. Simply Orange. Hi. Who's your buddy? And now, I have heard a rumor that my brother, ladies and gentlemen, my brother, a.k.a. Big Daddy Keys, is in the chat. Let's see if I can find him. Yep, he's in the chat all right, and he's already asleep. What can I say? Sorry, buddy. Sorry to put you to sleep. You know, if you're having trouble sleeping, just come to my stream, you know? Turn on your fan, though, right? One does not sleep without a fan running. At least some of us. I generally don't keep a fan running, but it's okay. It's all right. But thank you. Oh, sent me stars. My brother sent me 200 stars. Thank you. You're so awesome. My brother, Dr. Paul West, to you, ladies and gentlemen. Smart guy that he is. Ah, yes. So we're having a good time. It's true. Yes, I do have a brother. He is there. He is here. He's hanging out. Let's see. And people are saying hi to Bob's brother. Nick says, hi, Bob's brother. Yes. Woohoo. Oh, my. What else? You know, I keep hearing this. I should go to New York City and see the Outsiders musical. It's amazing. Well, you know, it's kind of a long trip just to see a musical. But I plan on someday, soonish, getting to New York and seeing some shows, which I haven't done in a while. I got spoiled there for a while because we were in New York on a fairly regular basis, doing the Today Show and doing Radio City and doing other stuff, and it was great because I would always make sure I got to see as many shows as I could while I was there. Pretty awesome. Oh, here's a good question. ZZ Squad says, I have a question. How many cities was Barney in the gang touring? I don't know. Somebody like Carrie Stinson or somebody like Barry Pearl, who was Professor Tinkerbutt, they would know how many cities we toured. If we were talking about, I mean, it's not the Barney in the Backyard Gang didn't really tour a lot. We had Barney out on the road during that time doing sing-alongs and stuff like that, little concerts, and it's like after that we had the big arena shows. So it wasn't really the Backyard Gang. It was more like Barney and Friends, but different kids a lot of times too. So, but there were a lot of cities. They were out there. Yep. Oh, Brandon Smith, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, Brandon, come visit us at Sesame Bob. Would love to. Would love to. I was in the studios there. I may have told you a good while back. Peter Lenz brought me there, and met Clash, and I just kind of briefly met Jerry, and met a couple other folks there. It was just like for a few seconds to say hi from across the studio. That was about it. But I got to sit in Big Bird's nest, and I got to sit on Bert and Ernie's front stoop, and that was so great. It was so great. Pretty awesome. Really, really awesome. I love that stuff. Let's see. Let's get to this question. Oh, Tristan says, any funny memories of Barney meet and greets? Oh boy. We had a lot of, the meet and greets were always kind of unpredictable. They were, sometimes there would be, everything was very orderly, and, there would be, plenty of people there to come up to Barney, and we had folks who were working with us and doing photographs and that sort of thing. And but the one meet and greet, of course, that was just epic. It could have been an epic failure. Was the one in Hartford, Connecticut, that we did during the pledge season for PBS series, PBS stations, and Connecticut Public Television. We did their pledge breaks, some of their pledge breaks in the studio, but we also did this appearance at Hartford Center Mall, and they didn't know that there so many people were going to show up, and they thought like 600 people were going to be there, and it was 6,000. And they had set up this, the expectation that everybody was going to be able to get their picture taken with Barney, and there were 6,000 people there. So we had to send out people. I've told this story before. We had to send out people all across Hartford to go buy up all the Polaroid film we could find, and buy more cameras, Polaroid cameras, and start a little production line. And we take some pictures for a while, then we do a little bit of a show to keep everybody, happy. And then we take a short break, come back, do more pictures. Oh, I think we were there for 5 hours. It was wild. It was really wild. Definitely, a very special day. We learned a lot of lessons that day about ticket control, one thing. Oh man, just wild. And Paul is asking, did you do meet and greets for the Radio City show? Yes, we did. We have photos of Barney with John Travolta and Kelly Preston and their son Jet. We have Katie Couric. We have pictures of other celebrities, but we also have lots of other folks as well. And yeah, those were great. Those were pretty cool. And when we did it's like we did meet and greets sometimes, especially for, I think, for the premiere of the show, the opening night of the show. And when we did that, I had my the lavalier microphone in the palm of my hand and the wire up my sleeve, and standing pretty much in the crowd talking as Barney, and the speakers were up there, and it worked really well. It was magic. It really was. It was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah, but otherwise there were, the smaller meet and greets at little places around the country. There would be, the kids were kind of unpredictable sometimes. And one thing that would happen almost every single time was kids would be like, yes, I can't wait to meet Barney. And they're in line, and they keep going up closer to Barney. And when it's their turn, they burst into tears, almost burst into flames. It was pretty wild. But kids, little kids have a hard time dealing with big emotions. And so, yeah, that was fun. Yes. Oh, here's an interesting question, Jenny. Hi, Jenny. How are you? Did you like doing Barney in concert or Barney live in New York City more? Well, that's kind of there's really no comparison, I have to say, because Barney in concert was a show at a fairly smallish theater in the Dallas area, and then the show at Radio City was at Radio City Music Hall, which is huge and grand, and there was lots of production. There was a big budget, and there were and it's considered like a Broadway theater. So for those of us who have done theater for off and on for a while, to do a show at a theater that's considered a Broadway theater is like check that off the list. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Felt great. And we had an elephant. You know, what could be better, right? We had a baby elephant. Yes. It was so much fun. What else? What other concerts? What other questions? Thanks to everybody who's given stars. I appreciate it. Let's see. All kinds of stuff here. And Devontae says, I love your Barney voice. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate him too.
Oh, that's nice. He gives me hugs sometimes.
Oh, what can I say? Hug life. Focus. There I am. Hi.
Hug life. That Barney, he's into hug life. Got to look out for him. That's a good question. Where is the unintentionally famous John Phelps? Is he here? Yes. I don't know. He could be. He might not. I don't know. And Brandon's asking this. Brandon says, how long were you all in New York between rehearsals and finishing the show at Radio City? That's a good question. I think we had, how long did we rehearse? We were there for a total of either 2 or 3 weeks. I mean, the show lasted about a week. There were 11 performances. And rehearsals in New York, I think that was a week. I could be wrong. It could have been longer, but I think we were there for at least 2 weeks, and it was great because I love New York, love hanging out, loved going to certain restaurants. Always hitting Joe Allen several times while we were there. For theater folks, going to Joe Allen is a thing. That was awesome. Yeah. And I think my brother has a question. And that's all he's saying is that he has a question. You can ask your question. You don't have to preface it. You can just go ahead and ask. It's okay. You don't need to raise your hand. It's all right. Uh-oh. The unintentionally famous John Phelps is here. He says, of course I'm here. I've been here since the start. He was being unintentional. Hi, John. Glad you're here. Nice to see you. What else? Who is here? Paul West, do you have a question? I know, that's all. You have a question. I have questions too. Don't we all? We all have questions about life, the meaning of life, the universe, and everything, which of course, the answer is 42. If you know, you know, right? Right. All right. Well, I am going to. I think we should move on to the behind the scenes footage portion of our broadcast. What do you think? Huh? I think so. We've got more questions pouring in, of course, but. Glad you're doing good, folks. Yes, that's right. That's right. 42. If you know, you know. You got to Google that. The answer to what is it? Life, not lice. Life, the universe, and everything. I think that's the meaning of life, the universe, and everything. That's what it is. Something like that. Got to Google that stuff. That's a classic thing. So, hey, that's a good point. 42 was Jackie Robinson's number. So Jackie Robinson was the answer to the meaning of life, apparently. The meaning of life was Jackie Robinson. And in some ways, that kind of fits. You know, that's very cool. That works. That works. Yes. All right, folks. Yes, I'm going to go wandering into the world of behind-the-scenes footage now. Hopefully it will work. That I ironed out my technical stuff beforehand. So what we're talking about today is this is another portion of our time in Saint-Hyacinthe in Quebec, in outside of Montreal, and this is where we were shooting the Apple Day Festival, and this is the parade portion of those scenes, and so yeah, so let's take a look and see. This is another Planet Bob world premiere. This is Saint-Hyacinthe, behind the scenes, Barney's Great Adventure, the Apple Day Festival Parade. Except first, we have a little entertainment. Diana Rice and her mom. Rockin' Robin. Tweedly.
Mom's in the kitchen stirring stew. Daddy's in the attic tying his shoe. Brother's in the jail waving at the pail. Sister's at the party going to cocktail. Rockin' Robin. Rockin' Robin. Tweedly. Oh, Rockin' Robin, cause we're really gonna rock.
What's the Cheerio? Sorry.
Cha-cha.
Yay! We had a lot of downtime in between scenes. Okay. Okay. A lot of downtime in between scenes. Oh, bubbles. So people had to. Oh, they're waving to Barney. There he is. There's the chariot. There were lots of kids who were extras at the Apple Day Festival. They're very excited to see him. And now it's time for a meet and greet. He's in his chariot driver's outfit. This is so much fun. This is great because this is pretty much the only time we actually got to do this. Barney got to meet fans while we were shooting. Bye. It's true.
Barney has his moments.
He does have his moments. Check this out. Big move. Oh no, there's the egg. It's in trouble. It could get squashed, stepped on. So of course in the movie there's music. They're playing music. So we have the crane is overhead, so it's seeing that circle of dancers. There's our assistant choreographer. I forgot your name. I'm so sorry. Lots of names I don't have. There's Steve Gomer, Sandy, Chris, discussing the shot, and the egg, our star. There we go. Look out! I'd like to sync this up and put the actual movie footage in the bottom right corner or something sometime. I don't know that would be. I could do that, but you see the camera up there, up high, looking down, looking at the egg, and they're all around it. There's our script supervisor. Diana, Kyla.
Who can jog?
Hello. What? Our stills photographer. Doing a great job.
Hey, Barney, how you doing, man?
Now here's where the crew has to get pictures. This is our first AD. Sean needs to get his picture. Everybody's a fan. This is great.
Get out of my shot.
The only time I remember him doing this. I love it. Smiling. He's directing. Here we go. David Joyner in there being very patient with everyone. Did a great job. Great job. Too much fun.
You done, Marty? Okay.
Yes. Our script supervisor.
Okay, bye. You're off
Okay.
this set.
He said, I don't want to go back to work. Now we have music. Yes. Let me know if I get my if my stream gets knocked off because of the music in the background. I hope not. That's about it anyway. All right, getting the egg set up for a very close shot. Very precise placement of the egg. Yeah, too much fun. Too. Way too much fun. How'd you like that? Isn't that fun? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. We had a great time. I mean, you could see how beautiful the weather was. It's all sunny and it's, it's gorgeous out there. And yeah, it was great. Such great memories. We had such a good time. That's a good question. Paul's suggesting the name of our assistant choreography might be Ida Holmes, and that's a possibility. Boy, it's been a while. It's been a while. IMDb has all the answers, right? That's probably where he went for that information. Yes, my bro. The answer to your question, Paul, is no. I'm not looking for a handout, and that's the end of that. Family. In jokes, you have these little routines that you do. That's right. It's true. If anybody has questions about the reboot, I have no answers. Sorry. It's actually not a reboot, because if it were a reboot, it would be the live action show. It is a completely new thing. It is animated. CG animated, and no, I don't know anybody who is doing that. It's all Canadian actors, because they did it in Canada. They produced it in Canada. So my brother says yes, he gargled it. That's good. It's good. Gargling is good for you. You have to trust the gargling only so far, though. Sometimes the gargling, googling is what we're saying. Google. Yeah. So what do you think? Yes? Yes. It's kind of fun. Yeah. Barney still compliments the dancers while they're dancing on top of the egg. Fortunately, they did not step on it because they were very clearly very talented dancers and paying attention to what they were doing. Yep. And voices of Baby Bop and BJ. If we're talking about before the animated series, that would be Julie Johnson and Patty Wirtz. And if we're talking about the animated series, who knows? Some Canadian actors. I'm sure they did a fabulous job, although I haven't heard it yet, or seen it. There was a leaked episode, I think, out there for a while, and people kept sending me links, and I kept going, folks, don't send me links because by the time I get to the link, it's going to be gone. And sure enough, every time it was always gone. Didn't send me the actual. Didn't actually send me the video itself, which might have been helpful. And well, here's a good question too. Purpley Voice says, "Were you tempted to do the voice during the BTS behind the scenes, the meet and greet that we just saw with the kids?" And the answer to that would be not really, because it wasn't a very well controlled situation, first of all, and I would have had to go around behind Barney and stand there and talk really loud, and it wouldn't really sound like it was coming out of him. So it was really only possible when we had big speakers on either side of Barney, so that I could speak into a little microphone that I had just for that, and that would, and that way, the speakers were loud enough to overcome my talking into my microphone, and so people couldn't actually tell it was me. Except every once in a while, there would be, like a kid on somebody's shoulder, and they'd turn around and look at me and like sort of stare at me. They knew what was going on. Kind of weird. Yes, Emmy and I are synced up. Oh, but Mark, yep, yeah. Oh, you missed it, Mark. I'm sorry, you missed it. Should I play the merch drop video again so that Mark gets to see it? I think I should. Just so Mark and anybody else who missed it can see the Planet Bob merch drop. This is it. This is for you, Mark, and anybody else. There's the Waffle Cult t-shirt. There you go. There's that. So much fun. The Golden Waffle of Joy and its clone. There's the back. And we got the front again. Here we go. Yes. Those waffles, they look good. This is, a stock image that I bought, and then it's like I can't just use a stock image as it is. I have to heavily edit it to make it look just the way I want it. Yes, for the Waffle Cult. And there's stickers. Look at that. Is that awesome or what? Yes. Oh, man. So yeah, the stickers are great fun. They're something that I wanted to do something that was kind of affordable for everybody. And this, of course, the shoes, the magical shoes. These are Planet Bob shoes, but they should not be used for use in outer space. Okay? I just want to make that disclaimer because they're not like airtight, like, spacesuit shoes or something. I like the green tongue. There's the black tongue as well, which is cool. But yeah. And and so there's that. It's Planet Bob. Go to bobwest.com/the-shop and you will find all this stuff here. That's right. And I'm gonna say, there we go. That's the end of that. Have to put the end. That's right. I didn't end the video properly. I have to see that. It's a sense of completeness for me. What can I say? Let me see if I can find this. Can find this question. Here we go. Purpley Voice asks, what's the lore behind the waffles merch, by the way? Well, that, gosh, I don't know. What could it possibly be? Waffles. Where would we come up with the idea of waffles? I do you have a clue? I mean, there are small children yelling at their computers right now, their mobile devices. It's on the wall. The waffles, they're on the wall. World's Best Waffles. This is a sign that I did for the TV series Speechless, for a magical little diner that was like out in the middle of nowhere, and it was, they had the world's best waffles. Apparently, that's the way it was scripted, at least. That was great. That was a great show to work on. It was very inventive and fun, and we had such a great time. And and the whole thing with the waffles and the waffle cult came about. It's true. All right, we go to the next thing here, if we can find it. Yes, Carissa says world's best waffles. It's true. Yes. Drew's got it right. Drew's got the history of it right. Long story short, people started making jokes about waffles after seeing the best waffles sign on his desk. It blew up from there. So yeah, it was basically Brandon Smith, I believe, and Mark, and a few other people, and now they are just completely. Oh no, Brandon Smith, where there are waffles, I am their awfuls, and that is awful. I mean, that's really awful. You're gonna need to apologize for that, buddy. I'm sorry. Waffles is our first clue. And here's a good question. Have you ever tried pistachio waffles? No, I haven't. That sounds like that might be pretty good. Might be pretty good. Well, April, if anybody eats too much waffles, they're probably gonna get a tummy ache. Too much of anything is going to give you a tummy ache. I like nice buttery waffles. There's a place in Los Angeles called Dupar's. And they're famous for their pancakes. They do this thing. You may have a pancake place near you that does this, but they do this thing with their pancakes where they make these amazing pancakes, but then they take them and they put them in like a vat of melted butter, and they let them sit there and soak up the butter like a sponge. And then they serve them to you. And they're really hot, and the butter is just pouring out of it. It's like, it's evil, but it's so good. It's just so good. Dupar's. I never had waffles there, though. I wonder if they do that with their waffles. I wonder. Yeah. And yes, there is, ladies and gentlemen, there is our rim shot of the day. He's speechless at how delicious the waffles are. That's right. All right. Oh boy. Yeah, it's like the shirt, right? Emmy says the big waffle ad he did for Speechless on the Wall got its own fandom, and it's like this shirt. What can I say? This shirt is more famous than I am on the convention circuit. Oh, by the way, just a reminder, I don't have a graphic for it right now, I don't think, but I will be in Houston December 6th through 8th in December, he said, repeating himself. Okay, I have my brain back now. So, yes, December 6th through 8th, NostalgiaCon, Houston. And then I have 6 shows booked in 2025 already. 6 conventions literally across the country. So I can't announce them all right now. I have to wait until the promoter announces me as being a guest, and then I can announce it. And we've got other stuff going on next year. Stay tuned. We got some exciting things happening next year. So, about all I can say. But yeah, I mean, it's like the conventions. I love it. I love con life. I love going out and meeting folks, and it's just amazing. Oh, Chloe Renee says, First day of high school is September 5th. Congratulations. Yay. Happy first day of school. Have a great year. Awesome. Excellent. Yeah. There's no, there's no, folks, I think I mentioned this before, but there's never any discussion. I never talk about what airline I take, what airport or airports I take or fly in or out of. Never discuss those things because that is private information. And even I, who I'm not some great big movie star or something, but even I have a need for security and safety. So there is, so let's not speculate as to. I mean, you can speculate all you want to, but I'm not going to tell you where I'm going or flying in or out of. As a matter of fact, I do use different airports sometimes, depending on where I'm going and just my whim. My whim. Oh, what other questions here? Let's see. I have not met Jim Cummings. I think I mentioned this before. I have not, and it would be fun to be on his podcast sometime, I said. He said. Let's see. Oh, well, well, I know about pistachios for, the Barney pistachios, but pistachio pancakes? I've never tried those. Yes, Barney had a thing for pistachios. There was some other, what was that? There was some other thing, some other TV show. There was like a TV episode where somebody was totally obsessed with pistachios. I can't remember what it was. Cannot remember. Let's see what else. Hey, there's a good question. Timothy says, "Will Barney's star be on the Hollywood Walk of Fame?" That's a great question. I don't know. Although I would say that if that were ever to happen, it would probably happen soon if Mattel has a mind to make that happen. It's one of those things where people don't realize that it's not just like some thing that magically happens, that it's just some honor that some committee someplace comes up with and says, we are granting you a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. What it really is it's a big PR thing. And you have to pay a fee to this particular little authority that takes care of the stars. You have to pay them a fee. You have to apply. You have to be, notable enough. And so maybe, who knows? Maybe Mattel will do that. Do I have orange juice on my beard? But maybe Mattel will do that. Maybe if everybody just asked Mattel, hey, will you put a Barney star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame? That would be cool. That would be cool. I would dig that. Let's see. What else? What else? Oh, here's a question. Any update regarding the Streamily price increases? I don't like talking about prices and stuff. I really don't. I don't want this all to be about selling and making money and all that kind of stuff. But there are times when I do have to discuss these things. And while I like to maintain a unified front with all my vendors and everything, Streamily has been raising prices without any prior notice. And that's not a good thing for anybody, for you or me or anybody else. So there's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. When the prices go up out of nowhere overnight, they went up, the platform fee went up by 43% overnight. That's a lot, especially without any notice. And so, there's nothing I got to do about it, except I went through, and for you guys, I went through and I cut the amount of money that I make on every sale so that you wouldn't have to pay all of that platform fee. So you're welcome. But I will, I'm going to have a conversation with them hopefully this week and maybe work some things out and And if it doesn't work out, I'll find another vendor, if I have to. I mean, there are things that they've been doing very well. They've been doing some things very well. But at this point, I might be able to do the fulfillment myself more cheaply. I don't have all that many pieces that I sell every time, right? It's only like maybe 10 or 12 or something at the most. So I might be able to do the fulfillment myself and save a little money, and maybe, the prices might be stable for a while. Who knows? Anyway, so we'll see. It's difficult. The thing that they're in a tough place. Streamily is admittedly in a tough place because what they're doing is not cheap to do. And there is a certain minimum amount of money that they have to charge in order to, break even and make some money. And, those costs do go up. And I will admit that they have actually kept costs pretty low for a while compared to other providers that, my agents and I have looked around, and we have found that other providers were actually doing this fulfillment, shipping, mailing, and all that kind of stuff for more than they were charging, more than Streamily was charging. So now Streamily has pretty much caught up with the price on the other platforms, and so maybe they won't have price increases for a while, but we'll see. Just stick with me. I will post if I make any changes. But for now, do remember that I do have my shop on my website open. And that's where, at the moment, I've got all the Planet Bob stuff. And I might be able to put other stuff on that store as well. So keep that in mind. I actually don't have a lower third graphic for that. It's, bobwest.com/the-shop. And that's where you'll find your new pair of shoes. if they do. So yeah. It's just you have to weigh all the different possibilities and all the different factors and everything, and see if everything works for everybody. They're in a tough place. They have to raise prices, but I do wish they would give us notice. So there's that. All right, moving on. Next questions. What? Here's a good question. Have you ever met the foreign voice actors for Barney? No, I haven't. I have not. That would be fun. There was I think we've talked about this before. But it was There was yes, Emmy. I'm going to get to that in a moment. Thank you. Good reminder. But there was the version that they started out with in Mexico. The dubbing was, it was way up in here. It's like, oh no, Tina, zippity está muerto. Kind of, it was pretty wild. But anyway, so here's another thing that I need to announce that I didn't get a chance to make a graphic for. Except, did I make a graphic? Well, I have a graphic. I have a graphic that I'm going to post on my page after this is done. And that is, you have been waiting for a very long time, very patiently, for Cameo calls to come back. And Cameo has not done that. Cameo hasn't brought their calls back. But I did find a service, finally, where I can allow people to schedule when they want to have a personal video chat with me, and you pick a date. I show you what dates are available, and then you click a date, and then you click a time, and then you sign up, and you pay whatever the fee is for that particular length of time, and then it will send you a link to a Zoom call. It does this kind of automatically. So calls are back, ladies and gentlemen. Yay. Calls are back. So I know that a lot of you have been asking for calls, and So that is, that's going to happen. Let me see if I can find. I'm going to look. I'm hoping that my web browser doesn't crash. Does not crash my stream. And I'm going to do this. And I'm going to go to this. Live video chats. Let me see if I can get this to come up. Maybe. Maybe not. Let me know if my video cuts out, Emmy, because I'm straining it right now. Yeah, that's not happening. That's not going to open. So I'm going to avoid this difficulty. And I'm going to quit out of my browser and see if I can create a brand new view make. This is something I've never done in the middle of a stream, which is to create a little lower third thing here. A little, here we go. Here's a text thing. I'm going to say, oops, there's that. Let me do this. Change the font. Ooh, this is very fancy. See, I'm doing all this stuff. I don't talk to myself this much when I'm alone. Okay, so here's this. There we go. Look at that. Yes. It's right in the middle of the screen, of course. Wait a minute. Gotta lock this. I'm gonna try to do this. I cannot move it. And that's probably gonna be there for the rest of the show now. Probably for the rest of the show. So that's it, bobwest.com, live-video chats. That's where you go. And that is how you sign up for it. And that will allow you to, is it locked? There it is. I think we've got it. Let's select this. Nope, can't move that. All right, well, we're going to hide that for now. But anyway, that is the link, ladies and gentlemen, bobwest.com/live video chats. That's where you go to get one of those calls. And you can talk to me in real time, which is what everybody's been asking for. And that's, that'll be awesome because I know it's been a while. There have been a lot of folks who were, who were asking for that over the last, what's it been now? Cameo got rid of those a year and a half or two ago, something like that. And, yeah. But, so, yeah, Tim, sorry about that. Yeah, the thing is that when they did these before, when Cameo did them, they ran them through their own servers or some server that they rented or something like that. And so what is going to happen now is instead of it going through some unknown third-party servers, this is going to be a Zoom call. It's a scheduled Zoom call. So if you have connectivity issues, it's not like the fault of Cameo. It would be either your internet connection or Zoom itself. And Zoom, I personally have always found to be very reliable. So I think this will be much better, personally. And there's also, there's like no middleman. It's just you and me and Zoom, and that's it, pretty much. My scheduling service is that I found is pretty awesome, and I have to give credit to Mr. Rob Paulson, the voice of everything you can think of. Yakko, Pinky, right? Mr. Rob Paulson, because I was going to contact him, and I found a link to his video chats and the service that he uses to put those together, to schedule those. And it's like, thank you, Rob. I appreciate you. I haven't contacted you directly, but yeah, that's pretty awesome. If you don't have Zoom, unfortunately, we won't be able to chat. you will need to get Zoom. Zoom is that does have a free level, and the free level is plenty to make this kind of a thing happen because it's always like 5 or 10 minutes or something. So if you need, if you need help to install it or something, you can install it on a computer or on a phone or on a pad or anything like that. And if you need help with it, I'm sure there's family or friends who are probably pretty good. There's always somebody in the family or amongst your friends who's like the IT person, that you get to help you install stuff. So yeah, they do have a totally free plan that is more than enough to work for this. So Brooke, thank you. Brooke just sent me some stars. Thank you very much. You're so sweet. I appreciate your support. I really, really do. And thanks for being here. Good to see you. Good to see you here. What else? Yeah. Too funny. What else? What else? All right. So we have repeated the merch drop. Now I think it is time, as we do, to repeat the behind-the-scenes footage. What say you, good people? What say you? I think we should. Yes? Ready? Here we go. Hopefully this will work. Again, a re-premiere of the Apple Day Festival parade stuff from Barney's Great Adventure. Behind the scenes. There they are. This is great. Rockin' Robin. I personally didn't know. She's teaching her mom at the same time here.
Brothers in the jail, waving at the pail. Sisters at the party going to cocktail. Rockin' Robin. Rockin' Robin. Oh, Rockin' Robin, cause we're really gonna rock.
Lost your Cheerio, sorry. Cha-cha.
Yay! Awesome. Such talent.
Thank you.
Bob?
Yep.
Just
That's Jim Rowley there on the left with the giant phone on his hip.
please.
Okay. And that was Sandy way up there on that building. Behind the camera.
Can we stop the bubble, please?
Stopping the bubbles. The bubbles were a big thing. It's Maryvale was our fictional city, our fictional small town. Fictional small town of Maryvale. Hello! Barney in his kind of Roman centurion outfit. Love that. The kids were very nice. Very polite. Merci, Barney. Yeah. The Caesar cosplay.
Ça me fait plaisir. Barney has his moments.
He does. Yep. I think my lens was dirty here, which is probably not unusual for the stuff that I shot. Woof. That's great. Yay. So that would be Ida, I guess. Yes? Since my brother gargled, that would be Ida. Or Ada. in the shot. Very important. And I don't think this version of the egg had any electronics in it to light up. Oh, look out. Here they come. I like their spats. They got on tennis shoes, and they put spats on them to make them look like boots. Camera way up high. Yay! I guess it was actually a little overcast that day, wasn't it? We had great weather in general.
What, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Who can jog the
What?
Yeah.
What? There they go. Pretty fast. There's Trevor. And the crew. All these very serious production people, they have to have a picture with Barney. It's so funny. Everybody does it. Got to have it. Smiling. And David's in there. Can I sit down now? Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Hard to use, huh?
Point and shoot. Dope.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
There's Steve back there.
You done,
Steve
Marty?
Gummer.
Okay.
So they're saying, everybody back to work. He says, I don't want to go to work. It's fun hanging with Barney. That's a very high camera position. Now the sun is out. Love it. Yes. Woohoo! There's the giraffe that we mentioned. Giraffe in the background. This is great fun. So yeah, I mean, when you're shooting a movie, it's like the army. It's hurry up and wait. Let's end it with a laugh. What do you say? I think that's a good idea. All right, we are out. And that is the behind the scenes. Part 1 for the parade. I think I've got a little bit more for the parade. So, come back another time and we'll have, more parade footage, a little bit, I think. We will see. Let's see. We have some other things happening here. We have, in addition to Brooks stars, we've got Carter. Carter stars. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Really do. Yay. We're back down to earth. That's right. The rocket. The old school, old-fashioned cartoon rocket has come back to Earth. Yes, indeed. So, why? Thank you very much. I'm glad you liked it. Yay. So, yeah, there were lots of cool things. Let's see. Tim says, did David Joyner take off the body during cut scenes I want to see? Well, they aren't cut scenes. The stuff that I'm showing you is behind the scenes footage, but there aren't any scenes that were deleted from the movie where he doesn't have the costume on, of course, because you have to have the costume on if it's in the movie, right? So, but I do have a little bit of footage of David in his without the costume on, and he's all in white, and he's got layers on to absorb the gallons of sweat, and he's all in white except for the feet. He's got the Barney feet on, which is pretty funny, and he's got his headphones on. But so yeah, I'm gonna get to that footage at some point. At some point. Yes, and that's pretty fun. There's just I don't have a lot of David Joyner doing stuff, but there's a couple of things that are pretty funny. Pretty funny. Yes, indeed. What else? Oh, this is great, Jason. I had no idea. This is awesome. Here's a nice piece of trivia. Jason, hello. How are you? Good to see you. So call me crazy, but I had an imaginary friend named Abby, inspired by the movie. She's all grown up now. That's great. So your imaginary friend, your IF, right? Is grown up, and so is Diana Rice, I guess. She's kind of not disappeared completely, I'm sure, but she's not exactly easy to find. And I don't, I guess she went into something else besides acting as her adult career, and I don't know where she is. I have no idea. I don't know if I think they were from the States, or were they from Canada? Ooh, I can't even remember. That's a good question. Yes. No, this is what I was referring to. The IF, your IF. Yes. Have you seen the recent movie If, about imaginary friends? If so, thoughts? Nope, I haven't seen it yet, but I do want to see it. It's a great idea. It looks like a great idea. It looks like a lot of fun. So yeah, I definitely want to see that. So what else? What else are we doing here? So, well, ladies and gentlemen, I may answer a couple more questions here, but before we do, I'm going to take care of my businessy stuff. So if you are looking for an autographed item, I am still over at the Streamily store, for now at least. Streamily.com/yes, that Bob West, that one. And that's where you will find autographed pictures, and there are some DVDs there, and various other things. And I found something very interesting. You know what? I found something interesting that I'm going to go grab and bring back. Hang on. I'm back. Ooh, look at this. It is Barney's Great Adventure, the movie, but in a very rare format. VHS. Huh? Look at that. I found 2 of these. And I'm going to put these on the Streamily store and make these available. So if you bought Barney's Great Adventure on VHS, then, and it's all worn out, then you might want to replace it with this one. And I will sign the insert on this. These are, I'm pretty sure these are used. I'm not exactly, I don't exactly remember what the listing said, but these do look like they're used. And anything that I buy off of like eBay or something where there's no guarantee of it being new, and there's not even any guarantee of it properly playing, I have to say. It's one of those things where I'm just selling it as is. So it's like it's like a nice keepsake even if it doesn't play. So, but it'll have my autograph on it, and there's 2 of them. And so we'll put those up in the store, and we'll get that going, and so yeah, so that'll be fun. Hopefully they'll work for you. Hopefully they'll play. Yes. All right, so that was the Streamily store. Once again, for autographed items, streamily.com/yes, that Bob West. And reminder, I am going to have, I'll put my schedule up here in a minute. I am going to have a signing this coming Sunday on the 8th. So next we're going to talk about Cameo. That is where you get custom video shout-outs. I will shout at you, or I will speak quietly, depending on your preferences. And so that will be cameo.com/yes that Bob West as usual, and you go there and sign up to get Cameo from me. And then there is this, of course, that we have to say, which is click the like if you're on Facebook, get notifications. Click the like for the video, and for my page, hit subscribe and notifications on YouTube. Hit follow on Twitch and get notifications so that you know when I am going to do this sort of thing. Absolutely. Yes. So yeah, that was that. And so I will be back on Sunday. And let me show you my schedule here. Hopefully that will work. Here's the streaming schedule. This is September 1st right now, today. So that is the one that we're doing right now. And then the next Planet Bob will be on Sunday, September 15th at 6 p.m. And then the next one, the next signing will be on the 8th. That's this coming Sunday, next Sunday, September the 8th. And then the following Sunday after that, after the Planet Bob on the 15th will be, or I think I take a weekend off. The September the 29th will be the next autograph signing after the 8th. And so go by streamily.com, yes that Bob West, and take a look. And, maybe you'll find something that you like. Right? All right. Thank you very much, everybody. It was great to see you as always. And I want to say,
Love you. One more hug. Yes? Ready? Here we go. Big goodbye hug. Thank you so much. It's so great. It's always so good to have you here. Thank you so much, friends. Love you lots. And we will see you soon. Bye.